Hey guys, this is Desiree Howard, Triple Diamond with It Works Global, and this video is about how I went triple diamond while pregnant. I've been waiting to make this video until she went down, and honestly, I decided no, this was a part of the journey, just kind of figuring out how to do life with her. So I went triple diamond in March of 2016. I found out I was pregnant in September of 2015. At that time, I was a diamond in the company. I was working full time as a collegiate track and field coach. And really, at that time, I was enjoying life and everything was fresh. I was really, really excited. Having a baby was on my dream board, so I was glad to kind of cross that off. So for me, what it looked like, there were the tired nights. And if you're pregnant right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your body's fatigued. You have no idea what's going on. I used to tell people all the time, my whole insides are creating a human right now, and there was no joke to that. There was a couple of things I used from the company that helped me get through. I was really nauseous in the beginning, and I could not take any prenatal vitamins that had like sugar on them. Anything sweet was just a big no-no. So I started taking core nutrition. That was my first It Works products that I promoted all the time. Core nutrition and greens, and I did take those to the doctor and get those approved, even though they weren't on the list. Take them to your doctor, try at your own risk. But for me, it was just a multivitamin and some fruits and vegetables. As you can see, she's totally fine. Brilliant. Brilliant. So I took core nutrition and greens when I was tired, and that's really kind of how I got myself through. I took the greens chews, and I actually really, really, truly recommend that you take the ProFit for that good protein to keep your body going. If you can't eat anything and you can't keep anything down, that ProFit will be your lifesaver. So you can take that as a meal replacement, or you can take it with your meals if you were super hungry like I was. So the nausea in the beginning, I did tell my team, I understand that they tell you to keep it a secret for the first 12 weeks. But there were some people that I told because I knew I was going to be a little different for a while. I knew that I had to protect my baby. I had to protect my body, but I also knew that my business was of top priority and that I was going to be working. There were some really, really late nights, guys. You're tired, you're fatigued, but there were nights where I worked till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, but then I was able to sleep in longer too. So definitely, take care of yourself. But remember, your why is growing every single day. And so you've got to push yourself when you are tired to just look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm doing it for her. I'm doing it for him. It's not for me. It's for my family right now. I was in a position where I was making enough money to make ends meet, but I wanted to take ends farther for her. I wanted to be able to provide whatever she needed, and I knew It Works was that way. So that was kind of the beginning journey. The fatigue was a big deal, but I made sure that I did things that benefited me. So I had to build an entire diamond by myself in order to go triple. I hate to say that. I did not build an entire diamond by myself. I enrolled a lot of distributors, and together we worked together as a team, and we built, and we really kind of worked together. Even though I was, signing a lot of distributors at the time, I won't take any credit away from anybody else that helped us promote. So what I did was weekly Zoom calls. Hi, baby. So instead of trying to meet with everybody one-to-one, because you just cannot at that time, I would get Ruby calls together. So just 5 people, that was the max that I would have on any call. And together we would all work on our goals. We would message together. We would grind together. It was teaching them what the grind really looked like. And it was allowing me to do that pretty much twice a night, twice a week. So I was doing 4 different Zoom calls, and that's 4 different rubies, guys. And that's more than a diamond. And then on those off days, just kind of checking in with my double diamond and my diamond and allowing them to run their team. So leadership is really, really big right now. Like, you're going to have to really rely on your team. And for me, I was doing a lot of inspirational posts. So notice, I did enroll a lot of distributors while I was pregnant, probably 50 or 60. I'd have to look back, but I didn't leave that responsibility up to anybody else. I knew my family needed those bonuses. I was going for a $50,000 bonus, and my husband was going for $22,000. So I wasn't waiting around for anybody to do it for me or my family. I was doing my inspirational posts. I was doing my messaging to different people, different friends, different follow-ups. And when I would sign a DT, I would get on the road, pregnant and all, and drive myself to where they were and make sure that I launched their party. I literally was taking everything into my hands. I was leaving nothing to chance. So after that happened, I went to conference in February. I was pregnant and Zika was around. So again, do things at your own risk, but I knew it was worth it. I wasn't outside in the rain. I wasn't, around the bugs or anything crazy like that. I literally was in my room a room of 6, actually, sleeping on the side floor next to my upline. They did give me the bed one night, but I didn't care. Some people were sleeping on the floor. I knew I was fine. Even when I was at home pregnant, I had laid on the floor plenty of times. So I didn't get caught up in any excuses. I just went. Um, the first time we went to conference, I actually was in a car and I drove with 4 or 5 other people. So my pregnancy was a lot of no excuses. It was a lot of crazy stunts. And if you want to hear a little bit more, you're welcome to message me. But things like I was 36 weeks pregnant and I was going back and forth to Chicago weekly to do trainings and to do launches for my team. I was on these Zoom calls. I was at, we had a lot of grind nights and I was always there. So for me, it was just showing up. Showing up was half the battle. Once you get there, you'll get that extra boost of energy. Your why is ever growing in your belly. And so just don't let that be your excuse. You can do this. And then you can be at home with that baby. That was the reward for everything. When I got pregnant, that was at the beginning of the season. I was a collegiate track and field coach. I think I said that. But I got pregnant at the beginning of the season. So I had to go through the entire season dog tired. There was times when I was messaging from track meets, doing Zooms from track meets. I always had my charts with me because pregnancy brain is real. You forget things. So I always had my charts with me. And I would update the volume every single day. And I would check with the DTs every day to make sure that they were doing their part to kind of keep it cool on myself. So I had bus rides to and from track meets. And I would read my personal development books because you got to keep your mind strong. And I would message like crazy. The key to it, I believe, was the inspirational post. I always talked about what I was looking forward to on Facebook. We were living in a 2-bedroom townhome, and I was always talking about how I wanted to get a house. I was always talking about the dream of having a baby, talking about the dream of quitting my job and being a work-from-home mom. And so the more and more I talked about it, honestly, the more and more I believed it. Nobody could tell me that I wasn't going triple diamond. That wasn't the case. And even though I was about 50 distributors away, at the beginning of the year, like there was nothing that was going to stop me. And instead of making myself feel like I was putting my family second, everything I did, I told myself I'm putting them first. I was always putting them before me, before my needs, before my wants. I was sacrificing totally for them, and the reward is great. So, in a nutshell, write out everything you need to do. Time management is going to be key. You got to rest. You got to take care of your body. But the good thing about our business is our products will help you with that. So don't forget your stretch mark cream all over your stomach, all over your breast, all over your thighs, wherever you're going to need it. The Defining Gel is going to be great for you too. Core Nutrition is a really good multivitamin. Your greens will give you energy, and they're also really good for your baby. So if you were eating trash, like yes, I was eating trash, Little Caesars pizza, whatever. The greens was my way of saying, okay, baby, mama's doing a little something for you too. And your profit. So use your product, use your business to your advantage. The fact that we do have freedom. So those nights when the baby starts moving around and you can't sleep, it's a perfect time to get up and message. Honestly, it really is. Every time you have to go to the bathroom, which will be a lot, is a perfect time to message. And tell your significant other, like, I'm doing it for us. So that's really all I have, guys. And like I said, if you want to reach out for more, I'm here. Wish you good luck. The joy, the light at the end of the tunnel is worth everything you're going through right now. So do that thing.